How do you find, how can one establish this present moment? It sounds perfectly easy to those who are willing to share the experience and the consequences and the gains from living as this present moment. But how do I get there? I seem to get there with my mind. My mind confirming I am in the present moment, which means I'm not in the present moment because mind is active in the present moment. Many videos ago I taught, or I think I was trying to teach, what is very similar to Eckhart Tolle and most of the other masters of self-experience, self-discovery. It is the breath between the breath. It is the thought or the space between the thoughts. When you say I, you cannot think about the future or the past when you are saying this word I. Immediately before you can, immediately after you can. So you say I, but your mind cannot go into any particular moment in the past or the present when you're saying I. In the present moment, when you breathe in, you can think. I can think about the bees. I can think about the sky, the clouds. I can think about all these things. I can speak while I'm breathing in. I am happy. I can't speak because I'm trying to breathe, but my thoughts are there. They exist. And when I breathe out, I'm also thinking. So how can it be? If presence is out with in and out breath, is in and out thoughts, ideas, mind, concepts, how can one be the present moment? Well, the present moment is that what lies beyond the breath, but is found through that space between in and out breath, between no thought and thought, between the light switch being on and off. There's a point when the light switch is neither on nor off, the minute it changes. So the present moment is existence. The breaths arise from the present moment. The thoughts arise from the present moment. Life arises from the present moment. So what the present moment is, you in all aspects of what you are, all aspects of what you are, thinking, non-thinking, sleeping, non-sleeping, working, non-working, communicating, non-communicating, all aspects of what you are is this form, this organic thing that you appear to be as. All aspects are born from the present moment. The present moment is a realization that you are giving birth to yourself in every in-breath and every out-breath. Something else is controlling when that in-breath, and that original in-breath, when the baby was smacked, till the last out-breath, when the body fades and transcends. Something else is in control of that. And you can control the speed of your, or the quality or the longevity of your in-breath. I can make it go slow for 10 seconds. I can hold it in. But the present moment is not the one that holds it in or controls its longevity or its quality. The present moment that gives birth to the breath, and the mind that thinks it can control or is in control or actually controls the quality and the longevity. The best way I describe it is, you know when you're in the hospital and they put that machine on and there's this boom, 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 up and down fluctuations of heartbeat, pulse, breath. They have little graphs for everything now. They'll soon be able to show you the speed that your blood's traveling around your body. They probably already can, I don't know. But all of this arises from the flat line. When the last breath goes and your body is over, your life is over, apparently over, it returns to flat line. Flat line is the present moment. And flat line has been assumed as dead. So therefore, I don't want to be in the present moment. Flat line is that one moment, that present moment that exists in all ways, in every way, with no beginning and no end, when life is as it is, and everything is contented to be flatline, but joyfully, okay, maybe not joyfully, but fully accepting of, yes, look, I can do lots of things when I'm apparently out of this present moment. But how can you be out of the present moment? On that machine in the hospital, the flat line is there. And everything is moving up and into it, up and out of it, up and down from it. So when they, hey, you know what, let's try something new with this patient. Let's remove the flat line. It's the most stable thing in your life. You are stability. You are changingness from your unstable livingness. The present moment is to accept life as it is, but not attach, associate through fear or through desire or through wants or needs to not be in the present moment. I don't want to be in the present moment, I'm going to die. Excuse me, but when Eckhart Tolle comes on the stage and he's completely in the present moment, obviously acknowledged by someone who experiences the same presence as Eckhart. Is he dead? While he's speaking, he is speaking, but he is allowing everything to evolve from the presence that he is. The presence that already is. The mind will give us stories about the present moment. It'll give stories about being out of the present moment. It'll give stories about the past. It'll give stories about the future. It'll give stories about the experience of the present moment. But it's failing miserably to replicate the present moment because the mind cannot replicate it. The mind is the problem, but it's not a problem because without mind, we cannot experience up and down, round and round, life as it is. The mind is allowing us to pursue with life. But one mind thinks you can't pursue with life until I tell you to pursue with life. Or I tell you when to stop, I tell you when to start, like your employer. When your employer is saying, I want you to start at this time and I want you to finish at that time, and you're saying, well, right now, I'm not really interested in what you're speaking. I understand what you're speaking and I will obey, obviously, because that's what we do as this ego mind, we obey. But you know what? I'm really uncomfortable with what you're saying because right now, I feel quite content with life, and you're irritating, you're annoying, you're breaking up this flow of contentment. The next day, the employer says the same thing. Start at 8. Oh, you go. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. I'm there. You're associating with your mind. The spirit and the form should not compete against each other. They should be unified. They should be appearing as one. But in our time now, our mind has created this time-based world. It appears as if the spirit suddenly appears in compassion and kindness and love and adoration and beauty and contentment. And then the form comes and says, well, yeah, but what about it? I mean, what's the purpose? What are you doing here? What am I going to do with my life? Oh my God, I spent 20 minutes doing nothing but being contented. That can't be right. Oh, wait a minute. Contentment dictionary. Oh, that's a kind of boredom. I don't want to be bored. So there's an ongoing battle between spirit and form. And spirit and form is your true beingness. Spirit and your form, mind, ego. Both are necessary. If you're aware that one is working and the other one is not working, and vice versa, you're aware. So it should be very simple to put into practice the present moment. Thank you, Spirit. Over there. Thank you, mind. Over there. Deep in presence. There's not a you there. There's not a you measuring how good the presence is, how high it is, how pure it is. Because you don't have to measure that what you are. You are immeasurable. You see? Immeasurable. Mind wants to measure you. And that's okay. Mind wants to make something out of you. It wants to make you special. It wants to make you learn. It wants to make you evolve. Mind is replicating that of what is taking place on its own. That what you are in presence, as presence, cannot evolve. It is 100%, 1,000,000% pure. It can never be diminished. It can never be untarnished. It can never be touched. It is beyond all mind's understandings and needs to try and replicate what it sees you as. It makes a body out of you. It makes a person out of you. It makes a name out of you. It makes a story out of you. But you are allowing mind to do this, which is perfectly okay, because you know deep down inside that even when mind goes, I will be okay. I will be okay. Even when the body goes, I will be okay. I'm not I. I'm the witness of I. So how can I be saying I will be okay? I won't be okay. I won't be okay. Because I won't be here to speak and understand and communicate and love and cherish and experience. But I will be okay. The I that we're all born as, this flat line, will be okay. So therefore, to recognize that, I cannot be separate from that flat line. That is infinite existence, infinite love. Matters not now what happens when the body goes or what you think will appear as. You just know that this is an experience worth living, worth being here for, not living. Living is taking place on its own. Breathing is taking place on its own. Thinking is taking place on its own. Moving is taking place on its own. The sun revolves on its own. Moon comes and goes on its own. Darkness comes and goes on its own. Lightness comes and goes on its own. You're just there witnessing this. Knowing now, through this presence, this enlightened state, that wow, everything that is taking place on its own is taking place on its own because of me. Everything is taking place on its own because of me, not the me body, not the me soul, but the me, the presence that one is. Presence is that what one is. I am is that what is mind. Mind is that what I am. Presence is that what one is. Sounds the same. Slightly different. Totally different. But both the same. Namaste.